diabetes, you are at risk for developing complications from the flu. Colleen Kristbaum and Caren Gross are here from Wheaton Franciscan to explain. First of all, 26 million people in the U.S. have diabetes, Colleen.
Yes.
That is a lot, and a lot of those people are newly diagnosed, unfortunately.
Right, and being newly diagnosed, they may not know how to handle
what that means,
flu.
or think that the flu is anything different.
Right.
And Caren, it's not just the seasonal flu. Stomach flu can cause complications. Why so?
Well, especially with the stomach flu, you're talking about diarrhea and getting dehydrated and obviously losing your appetite. So people who are, having challenges doing their blood sugars and controlling their ketones have even more challenges under those circumstances.
And this could be pretty hard. Let's talk about this, Colleen. Why is it important to get your flu shots, and what steps that you take to make sure that you don't get the flu?
Well, definitely just washing your hands is a very good first step in making sure that you ward off some of those bad
germs,
bugs.
viruses that are out
right.
there. Yeah.
And just being cautious around folks or being in the public. I mean, there's probably no way you can totally separate yourself from that, but just being smart about it. And then if you do get the flu, they can become very sick, and that increases their complications risk. Plus, their blood sugars will just automatically go up anyway when they're sick. So it does present quite a few issues for a diabetic if they don't know how to handle it.
And Caren, does that mean going to the emergency room, or when do you see a doctor? What's the advice there?
If you have any underlying issues, whether it's diabetes or something else, if you have a high fever over 101 that lasts a long time, if you're diabetic and you see, because you haven't been able to eat and things, that you lose 5 or more pounds, if you're continually dehydrated and can't keep down fluids, you really need to see your physician or go to an emergency room.
And some of the other things, test your blood glucose every day, drink extra fluids, but make sure they're calorie-free.
Well, when you're down with the flu and you may not be eating very well,
juice is what most of us do, yeah.
Well, right, but you still have the risk of having a higher blood sugar just because you're sick. So it does present a challenge. And so when we talk to those with diabetes, when they're down with the flu, yes, make sure you got plenty of fluids. And sometimes, yes, they should be calorie-free, but if you're not eating well, you still need to replace those calories that you would normally be consuming. So there's a little trick on how to replace those carbohydrates, and that's what your diabetes educator can teach you how to do.
And November is Diabetes Awareness Month, and so if you know someone who's diabetic or you care for someone who's diabetic, maybe a good idea to just really keep an eye on them during this flu season to make sure that he or she doesn't come down with it.
Absolutely.
And Caren, there's a flu shot clinic that's coming up today.
We do. We still have community flu clinics going on. You can check mywheaton.org, but we do have one today at 10 o'clock at our Layton Avenue Pharmacy.
You can also call 1-888-MY-WHEATON for more information. And is it too late for after today to get the flu shot? When does the flu season kind of hit its peak?
Absolutely not. It's not too late. In Wisconsin, the flu season peaks in about January and February. Generally takes about 2 weeks from the time you get immunized to be fully prepared to fight off the flu. So really, there's still time to get the flu shot.
I got mine on Monday. All right, thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
It's 7:18, and Rob, I don't know if there is such a thing as flu weather, but today it's going to be 50, and then it's going to be 38 tomorrow. I mean, that doesn't do well.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't help.
Yeah.
There's been conflicting